Welcome back to Teshkid FX for another Harmony One price update. And the current price for Harmony One stands at the $0.14669 mark. And the market, according to TradingView, is up by $3.21 mark. And everything that is happening at the moment is going as the plan. For those that have watched my previous videos, know what my key expectation has been. And I've been expecting Harmony One to touch the $0.11 mark and then have a bounce back to the upper side in a wave that might take us to an all-time high. And before I get into the details of that, make sure that you hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell as a way of supporting this small channel. And I'll kickstart the video by giving a brief of what has been happening in the market. So Harmony One started seeing higher prices in this Elliott wave pattern, having a wave 5 taking us to an all-time high. Then we started seeing lower prices in this ABC correction, and the ABC correction took us to around the $0.11 mark, and this was my target zone down here, and we went perfectly into that target zone, then had a bounce back to the upper side. And at the moment you can see that we have broken above the 20-day moving MA, and that is very positive because that means that at the moment we have support on the 20-day MA, and it's possible for us to continue seeing higher prices. So I want to give the key expectations of what I expect to see. Harmony One can continue giving us higher prices, and once that happens, that would mean that we can go to this key resistance that we have on the $0.15 mark, and if we manage to break above it, we can then have a retest of that zone. And once we have a retest, that would mean that we are unlocking even higher prices and maybe go to these other key resistance zones that we have on the $0.23 mark and the $0.26 mark. So that's the first key possible scenario that can play out, and I think that can play out because I think Harmony One has done whatever it needed to do in its ABC correction, and the wave that should be information over here is a wave that should be taking us to an all-time high. So I expected Harmony One to play out in our wave 1, then a wave 2, then a wave 3, which might be information at the moment, which can take us to around the $0.21 mark, then have a bit of a retracement, then a wave 5 can take us to a new high. So that's the pattern that I expect. Now that we have seen the low for the ABC correction, it's possible for us to have a wave, an Elliott wave pattern that can take us to an all-time high. So let's be patient and see how that move plays out. It's also very possible for us to have a bit of a retracement to the lower side, because now that you have a resistance on the $0.15 mark, it's possible for us to touch that zone, and then we can get rejected if we don't have enough volume to continue pushing the market higher. And I expect us to then find support on the 20-day MA, and if we lose that, I expect us to go back to the key target zone at around the $0.11 mark. So maybe the low is not in, and maybe we can have a bit of a retracement to the lower side and maybe go back to this key target zone, and from there we can then have my Elliott wave pattern then play out, having the wave 5 taking us to an all-time high. So you need to be patient and see how the market plays out. Also having a look on the indicators, the RSI is at around the 50 mark, and once we cross that, we can say that we are having a bullish momentum in the market. The MACD, we have a bullish cross, and the volumes are not that bad. Also going to the 4-hour chart, you can see on the 4-hour chart we have closed a few daily candles above the 20-day moving MA, and that's very positive. But having a look on the RSI is almost in the overbought region, and that would mean that once we are in that overbought region, we cannot stay there forever, and we need to have a little bit of a movement to the lower side to give us room for us to continue pushing the market higher. So it's possible for us to see a little bit of a pullback to the lower side, so that we can give room, we can have room on the 4-hour chart, on the 4-hour RSI, to continue pushing the market higher. Also going to the weekly chart, on the weekly chart we can see very positive things, and having a look, you can see that we have two green candles over here, though the second one has not yet closed, but this is indicating that we might have a trend reversal over here and maybe continue pushing the market higher. Also on the RSI, you can see that we are losing the bearish momentum, and maybe very soon we might have a bullish cross, and that would mean we can unlock even higher prices for Harmony One. So let's be patient and see how the market plays out, and I'll keep you updated.